Hi everyone, it's Rick over here at Zedsphere, and I'm really happy today because we've got Dean Mason in, who's the MD over at Green Cloud IT. Hiya Dean, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad, thank you mate. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm cracking. All the better for having you in the office. We've been having a bit of a good chat, haven't we, about a variety of interesting subjects.
Yes.
And obviously, I like to do a bit of a video interview just for everybody else out there in the IT world who's interested. Yeah. And I thought you'd be a really good person to have a chat with because you've got quite a good story.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Actually,
I appreciate it.
So, you're MD over at Green Cloud.
Yep.
Year 5?
Going into year 5 soon, 4.5, just over 4.5 at the moment.
Right, okay. So, give me a bit of background then, because I know that you started 4 or 5 years ago, and it was a case of you kind of like started out on your own, didn't you? And you kind of just
So I'll go back a little bit more. I've worked in the IT reseller industry for about 12 years now.
Right.
I worked at various other competitors, mainly the top 10 on the CRN.
Right. Okay.
Got made redundant from one of them, went to another, didn't live up to its promises. I thought I can do this on myself.
Right.
So obviously I looked into, setting the business up, getting VAT registered, company reg and everything else. And then went from there really. And before I knew it, I was building a website.
Right.
Asking my dad if I could share his office, because I didn't want the expense of an office.
Yeah.
Brainstorming till early hours of the morning to come up with a business name.
Right, okay.
That was the worst bit.
Right.
And then, Green Cloud IT were born.
Yeah.
Back in 2013 now.
Right.
So yeah.
And what has it turned into? What are you guys doing at the minute that's kind of like, what's your bread and butter, would you say?
Bread and butter is IT hardware.
IT hardware.
Obviously I'd say that's probably about 60-70% of the business.
Yeah.
But obviously you can't rely on that, because it's box shifting at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So we also offer the support side of IT and the services as well.
Okay.
So quite a lot of services.
Yeah.
We've probably got a bigger services portfolio than the hardware and the support.
Right. Okay. So that's the newer part of your business, would you say, the services and support?
We've probably only been growing that the last 8 to 12 months. So that's growing quite at a quick rate at the moment. We're also getting quite a lot of new clients on board because of it. But yeah, the services is the fastest growing.
Right. See, that's quite interesting because I'd kind of classify you as almost like a hybrid managed service provider, because you've got that, someone can ring you up and say, right, I need this kit. Yeah. But at the same time, they can ring you up and say, oh, I need the services to go with it, and I need someone to come and look after IT and things like that.
Put it all together.
Yeah. So I mean, I think there's quite a few businesses in the IT sector that are heading in that direction.
To be honest, I think there's quite a few that are going that way, like you said. You can't just shift in as such.
Yeah.
There's not the money in it that there used to be, for example.
Yeah.
And people will only upgrade so many years.
Yeah.
At a time. And there's a lot of companies out there that do just shift in.
Right.
So it is something you've got to expand into the other markets.
Yeah.
The services and the support.
Yeah.
Managed print, for example.
Yeah. So, is this true then that when you started out, you sold your sports car?
I did indeed.
And you moved in with your dad?
Moved back home to my dad.
Right. And you paid yourself how much?
£50 a week as a salary.
Right. Okay.
So all that is true. I had to at the end of the day.
So the success doesn't just come like that.
I went from a very nice wage
to
literally rock bottom. Luckily I was single at the time.
Right.
So I moved back home with my dad.
Yeah.
Sold a nice car, £50 a wage.
Yeah.
And first month, obviously it was all about literally hammering the calls. Getting the clients on board, trying to get them interested, getting the quotes out, and I did just over £300, and I thought, what have I done?
Yeah.
I made a massive mistake. I thought I cannot live off £300 a month.
Yeah.
But it was the first month, and second month, third month, it grew and grew and grew.
Yeah.
And I thought, we're going somewhere.
Yeah.
And I actually shared my dad's office with him, literally just a desk.
Right.
In the corner, shoved away. I actually shared that for 6 months before I did anything.
Right.
You know, to grow it to the point where I could afford our own office. You know.
Yeah. So was it a 6 month period that would? How long did that kind of living with your dad, paying yourself 50 quid a week? How long did that period last before you were like, right, there's enough there now to kind of...
So shortly after I started the business, I met my partner. So it was kind of good because obviously she knew the situation.
Yeah.
She knew I was skinned.
Yeah.
She had to pay for all the meals.
Right.
There were no date nights.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I stayed at home with my dad probably for a good 12, 14 months.
Right.
You know, before I was in a position to you know,
move out now.
Let's move out. Let's get a mortgage. You know, and, you know, let's get a better car.
Yeah.
You know, it took a good 12, 14 months.
Right.
You know, but like I said, you know, I only moved then moved into a one-man office.
Right.
You know, so I still had a lot of growth to do.
Yeah.
You know, the next office was at the 2.5 year point. And that was a 4-man office.
Right. Okay.
But there was only 2 of us at that time. You know, so I've grown it.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, as the funds have allowed.
Yeah.
You know, I've not done it with any bank help, finance, loans, overdrafts or anything.
Yeah. So what was the point when you've gone from that like 4-man office with just 2 of you?
Yep.
Because now you're in kind of like more like a warehouse unit with office facilities in it, aren't you?
Yeah.
And it's, you know, I think you've got a bigger staff team as well. Is it 6?
So there's 6 of us now.
Yeah. What point was it that you were like? What was it that happened in your business that got you from that 2 people to that 6 people? You know what I mean? What was it?
Graft.
Yeah.
Hard work. But no, it was, you know, obviously once you've got the clients on board, you can't just stick with them because you'll always lose 1 or 2 along the way. You've got to keep getting the clients on board. Yeah, you've got to keep getting the clients on board and grow the ones once they're on board. Yeah. You know, you can't just say, for example, you know, a client is buying printers off you. You can't just sell printers to them. You've got to open up all the other avenues. You know, and get them on board for the whole range of items. Yeah. You know, find out the renewal dates on antivirus, on, you know, software renewals, everything. Yeah. You know, build up that pipeline, and then when you've got that pipeline there, it makes it a lot easier because you know you've got a chance of getting that. You've got a chance of getting that.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
You get involved on those quotes. You know, it's all about the quotes because, you know, in the early days, I must have been sending out hundreds a day. You know,
really?
Yeah. Easily, because I'm just trying to compete, and I'm finding my price point still. Yeah. You know, where now we know what's going at. We know what such competitor A will go in at. We know what competitor B will go in at. You know, so it's a lot easier nowadays. Yeah. And obviously, like I said, we get involved on tenders as well.
Right.
Which, you know, they can be a massive income,
big projects,
one order as such. You know, you've got to be, you know, there on point with the pricing and your policies and everything else because it's all scored. Yeah.
So you're a business leader in the IT sector.
Yeah, that's a nice comment.
What percentage would you say of your background and skill set, right? How much percentage are you a sales guy?
Yep.
And how much percentage are you a techie?
Techie, I'd probably say about 10%.
10%, right? Yeah. So you're 10% techie, 90% sales guy.
Yeah, I am very good at sales.
Yeah.
And even as the MD now, I'm still, you know, very much on the sales side of things. I like to get involved in them. You know, I like to get involved on the quoting opportunities, go out to meetings, you know, propose stuff. I think I've done it that long. Yeah. It's embedded.
It's interesting because, you know, we work in the IT support and IT services sector, and you'll find that that something that managed service providers are always trying to work out how to do better is to market, do sales, and get growth. Yeah. You can often sit, you know, someone who's got their own managed service provider business down, and they'll be really, really good at fulfilling that technical director role. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Give them a network to manage and a project to fulfill, and it's excellent. And the conversations that you hear people having at events and stuff like that are like, how do you get more customers? And it's quite interesting because you're in this situation where you're in a techie business, but you're actually a sales guy. I think, to be honest with you, and you've had this awesome growth.
Because of the past as well, and you know, fair play to who I used to work for.
Yeah.
The three that are in the top 10 CRM. I learned a lot from them.
Reseller that shall remain nameless.
Yeah. We're not giving them promotion. But fair play to him. There was one particular manager at one that did a lot. And I learned the most from that particular one. And I progressed within that company.
Right.
But I am still very much sales side. But like you're saying, we are growing at quite a quick rate. I mean, last financial year we grew at 198%.
Brilliant.
This year, I'm not sure yet, obviously, because it's not over. It doesn't until end of July.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be in that region again.
Yeah.
So we are growing at a good rate.
Which brings me on nicely to something else I wanted to ask you, actually, because I know that up your sleeve you've got some good potential, like new client wins coming up. Indeed. And new accounts and stuff, and and actually these are not just kind of like small to medium sized businesses that you're talking about. You're talking clients. Big blue chip clients for a company that's only been around for like 4 or 5 years. I mean, that's phenomenal.
It's good to have these names on board.
Yeah, so, I mean, what's the crack?
The worldwide brands.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the crack? What's
the secret sauce? What's the Dean Mason? Methodology.
Obviously, like I said before, it's hard work. It is. And I put a hell of a lot of hours in. People get into the office, at 8:30. They go home at 5.
Yeah.
I'm there 7 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes earlier.
Yeah.
I'm still working at 11 at night. Sometimes,
Right.
Mrs. and the kid have gone to bed.
Yeah.
The laptop's back out. You're back on it again.
Yeah.
I think I always say, people buy off people. There's a lot of companies that still do, the old, say hard graft sales calls, cold calling.
Yeah.
Cold calling does work to a certain extent.
Yeah.
You're always going to get interest from, because it's a numbers game. If you do 100, you might get 1 or 2 that are interested in getting quotes off you.
Sure.
But build that relationship. Have a call. Don't try and sell. Make that call. Build a relationship. Find out about them. Find out where they're buying from at the moment. What the bugbears are, what the pain points are, and kind of go from there. And get your name about the not the industry as such, but so for example, obviously Manchester. Try and get your name out there. Speak to the right people. So even if it's on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, not so much because obviously it's a personal one. But Twitter and LinkedIn. Even if you're just replying to, say for example, the MD of Brother Phil Jones. Even if you're just replying to one of his tweets and just making conversation.
Noticed,
making conversation. It's just getting your name out there as such. It's pretty much it. It is just getting your name out there.
It's almost like you can have a good hardcore kind of strategy, but at the same time, it's almost just doing the work ad hoc and kind of just keep pushing and pushing.
Yeah, we've got like our flyers as such, our marketing, our email that we go out to people with. This is who we are. This is what we do. But
keep it nice
realistically, who reads it and who's like, well, I'm not bothered what you do. You've got to build that relationship, and then people find out what you do. And if you're good at it, people will know. So like I said, the services side this last 8 to 12 months has grown significantly since we brought it on board. Because we were just doing tin. And people are starting to know us now more for it, and we're getting big companies send us referrals saying, Dean, can you look after this for us? Can you do this? Which is good. If you're getting a big company trust you with it, to look after their clients,
of course.
Then, if they don't do it, and then basically they get obviously a rebate or a kickback or some percentage.
Sure.
It works both ways.
Yeah, definitely. So there's a couple of other things that I want to ask you about. One is you've obviously quite clearly had quite a lot of successes especially over the last couple of years with the amount of growth and stuff. But something that you've just mentioned is that you do a lot of hours. You work really, really hard. As a business leader, what are the challenges for you personally and for your business in terms of in that role that you fulfill? Because that sounds to me like you could do with a holiday. Do you know what I mean? Like So. What's the hardest bit?
I mean, I see people on Facebook all the time on holiday. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I love a 2-week holiday.
Right.
I have not been on a 2-week holiday since I started the business.
Have you not?
No.
Right.
I literally go for a week because you don't want to be away from it as such. You're that busy. And not the fact that you can't trust people with it. it's literally because you're that busy.
Yeah.
Now, the missus and my family got mad at me because I will sit on the side of the pool with an iPad.
Right. Doing work.
Checking emails still. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't. You know, because it's sport. I should switch off. You know, and plenty of people say, you know, you need to switch off. You need to switch off. But when it's your little baby, you know, you want to grow it. You want to look after it. You want to make sure people are looked after.
Yeah.
And it's like going back again. People will deal with people. You know, if I'm looking after people, whether I'm, you know, in Barbados or bloody Cornwall, you know, people will like, Dean will look after you, you know, and people will appreciate it and refer you for that.
Yeah.
You know, Dean's a good guy, you know, he'll look after you, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know, so it looks good.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, I do get slapped on the wrist off the missus for it, but yeah, you've got to put in the hours, haven't you? You've got to do it. But it's not all glamorous being an owner. I'm not going to lie.
No.
As you probably
Tell me about it.
Yeah, you know, It's not all it's made out to be.
Yeah.
It is hard work.
Yeah. Something that really, really impressed me that actually really jumped out at me on LinkedIn, which you're quite famous on LinkedIn, aren't you?
Apparently so, yeah. But no, I hate that word. I'm not famous.
I might ask you for your autograph later on.
I get a good return and a good I don't know what the word is.
You get a good following.
I get a good following on LinkedIn. Yeah, I get good traction.
Right.
Yeah, I get a lot of interest on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Why is that, do you think?
That's a good question. I think obviously part of it, obviously, you know, obviously what we do as a business. Part of it being who I am and the team that we have.
Yeah.
The interaction that I have with other businesses, because obviously we get tagged on LinkedIn and I tag other people.
Yeah.
And obviously that helps with people finding out who you are, and getting the views on your posts and the interaction. But also the charity work as well, I think helps a lot. You know, because obviously that gets a lot of views.
Sure. Which brings me on to the Emerald Ball.
The Emerald Ball.
Which last year looked like it was awesome.
It was.
And that's organised by you.
Last year.
Yeah.
And obviously we're hoping it'll sell out again this year.
Yeah.
Can't see why not. We've improved the acts.
Right.
Learned from a few mistakes from last year that went on behind the scenes that you guys wouldn't have known of.
No.
But us organising it, we were like, well, that shouldn't have happened.
Right.
You know, but we knew about it obviously behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, it's a great night. You know, comedy, music from people that people know as well.
Sure.
Not just, you know, your local band from down
a bit of cabaret. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's, you know, mainstream comedian that's not been announced yet. Yeah. Mainstream X Factor winner from a couple of years back that's not been announced.
Right, okay.
You know, and then we've got, you know, Girl on Sax, for example. She went down an absolute storm last year.
Did she? Right.
She actually flew back from Ibiza
to come to the event.
To perform at the ball.
Right.
So she plays with Sigala and stuff like that in Ibiza.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, that's absolutely amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
And obviously we have, you know, the celebs turn up on the evening as well, like, you know, Coronation Street, Emmerdale, Hollyoaks, I'm trying to think, Real Housewives of Cheshire. We had quite a few.
So who was the most famous person there last year then? I know you had Jason Manford, didn't you?
Yeah, we had Jason Manford as a comedian. Kim Marsh was there.
Kim Marsh.
Yeah, she's quite good on the Manchester circuit, isn't she?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else we had.
Kim Marsh obviously was, you know...
Mine's gone, to be honest, I was pulled left, right and centre.
Yeah, I bet you were, Didn't get much chance to enjoy it yourself.
No, I was pulled left, right and centre.
Right.
Well, this year I've said, like, this year I'm enjoying it.
Right, okay.
But that's a few things that we've put in place this year that we didn't have last year.
Right.
So, but it'll be a good night.
I think it's a really good idea because, and it's also good to see a local IT business doing something as high profile as that.
I've never done an event of that size. You know, I'd expect like to have an events team to put on an event for 470 people.
Yeah.
You know, 3-course meal, celeb acts.
Yeah.
You know, at the Hilton as well. You know, but it's good. You know, and I don't do it for anything. You know what I mean? I do it because it's good for publicity.
It's for charity as well.
It's great for the charity.
Yeah.
You know, with myself having a little lad as well now.
Yeah.
It's great. You know, if we raise £10,000, it's £10,000 that helps the charity.
Exactly.
It does a lot.
Yeah. It's a fantastic idea. Yeah. So we might as well give it a bit of a plug while we're here. So if somebody does want to buy a table or be a sponsor or something at the Emerald Ball, what do they need to do?
Just get in touch with ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure this video will be linked somewhere.
Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn for Emerald Ball Manchester. it'll come up with a link, or you can just ring us. There is some tables left. All the gold tables have gone, unfortunately.
Right, okay.
But yeah, there is some tables left, and a few sponsorship packages.
Fine. And whoever goes, they'll get a chance to have a beer with LinkedIn famous Dean Mason.
Mingle with celebs. But no, it's also a great networking night on the night. You know, because last year there was 70% of businesses there.
Right,
you know,
okay.
There's people like, Brother Printers, for example. Last year we had Lenovo.
It's a bit of an IT kind of theme going on there, isn't there?
There was others as well. So, for example, there was bathroom takeaway.
Right, okay.
So there is a lot of companies that people can network with on the night, and 9 times out of 10, the MDs are there as well. Sure. Obviously, they're the ones that are buying the tables. You know, and we have a charity raffle and auction on the night where there's some awesome prizes.
Cool.
So, it's a good night.
Excellent.
And you're coming.
I am coming. Yeah, I'm coming. Sorted. I think that's been really, really good. Really interesting. Nice to have you here, and hopefully we'll do it again. Maybe after the
I'll do it.
Emerald, but you could interview me.
I'll do you.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah. All right, wicked. Well, thanks a lot, Dean.
No worries,
appreciate it, and hope everybody's enjoyed our little chat. And if you're interested in the Emerald Ball, I didn't go last year, but I'm definitely going this year. Zedsphere is one of the sponsors, so yeah, please just click on a link, it'll be on here somewhere, and get signed up. Thanks guys, see you soon.
Cheers guys.